All right, so today we are going to be learning about how to identify how a character is feeling in a story. So, in other words, like the character's emotions in the story. We have learned about this, or your primary teacher has taught you a little bit about emotions, but not fully. So, we're just going to start off by engaging you into this concept through the use of a Kahoot game. So, this can recall prior knowledge or see just to tell me what you know about the topic before we actually fully dive into it. So I'm going to start the Kahoot. All right. So the first question on the Kahoot is, what is an emotion? And then here are your possible answers down here, and then click on your screen whichever one you believe is the correct answer. Oh, looks like you got that one wrong. The correct answer was a natural instinctive state of mind deriving from one's circumstances or mood, and that is the definition of emotion. You were not wrong when you clicked that emotion is a feeling. I was just looking for a more exact answer. But don't get me wrong, it was close, but not fully. So the next question is, what is the definition of anger? Your possible answers are sad, a strong annoyance, fearful, or happy. And you got that one correct. It was the definition of anger is a feeling of strong annoyance towards something. All right, and the last question is a true or false question. And the question is, the definition of being sad is feeling sorrow towards something. And you got that one correct as well. So the purpose of this assignment was just to get your brain thinking again about the topic, because it had been a while since you were learning about this topic. So what we're going to do next is you and I are going to read this passage together, and it is about a character named Judd, and there are a variety of passages that show that he's feeling all different types of emotions. So while we're reading it together, we are going to develop an understanding of how Judd is feeling and why he is feeling that way. And you're going to write down on your piece of paper how he is feeling and why he's feeling that way. So to start, can you just read this first paragraph to me, please?
It was Judd's birthday. All his friends came to his birthday party. They all ate birthday cake. Judd got lots and lots of presents. Then Judd and his friends played some games. Judd gave his friend a big hug.
Okay, so it sounds like it's Judd's birthday, so how do you think he's feeling in this short passage?
I would say that he's feeling pretty happy with the situation. He's getting presents and birthday cake.
Right, how else would any other kid feel on his birthday? You're seeing your friends, you have a birthday cake, you have lots of presents, so he's experiencing happiness. That is correct. It is important to look for like key sentence structure or word choice, like then Judd and his friends played together, or Judd gave his friend a big hug, and those are cues to identifying that he is feeling happy towards this specific situation.
Okay.
All right, then can you read the next paragraph for me, please?
Judd went to feed his pet goldfish, but it was not swimming. It was not even in the fish tank. Judd's fish had died. He really misses his fish.
Okay, so how do you think Judd is feeling in this passage?
I would say he's either upset or sad.
And why do you think that?
Because if his fish is dead, I mean, I can't imagine a child or anything like that being happy about the situation. He could even be angry about the situation.
Right. So, kind of building off the first one, I referenced like looking for like key words describing how you're feeling. And one of the sentences, it says he really missed the fish. So, obviously, it's something to be upset about. So, sadness is the correct answer for that one. All right. How about the next one?
Judd was at daycare. He spent a long time building a block tower, so long in fact that the block tower was very tall. But then a boy came and touched his beautiful tower. Judd said, "Be careful," but the boy knocked it over anyway. Judd wanted to yell at the boy and hit him.
Okay, after reading that little passage, how do you think Judd is feeling?
Well, because it said he was yelling at the end, I would say that he's angry or upset.
Yeah, I definitely would as well. Judd spent a long time building his block tower, and a little boy knocked it over, so I would be feeling angry or upset towards that as well. Nice job. All right, what about this last one right here?
Judd found an apple. It looked big and juicy. Judd took a big bite. Then he saw there was a worm in the apple. He spit it out as fast as he could and threw the apple on the ground. He did not want to touch it.
Okay, so after reading that passage, how is Judd feeling?
Grossed out. Because it said he spit it out and threw it on the ground. So I'd say,
No, you are completely right. Once he found out that there was a worm in the apple after he bit it, he felt pretty disgusted, or he found it pretty disgusting. You can like referenced in the previous passages, he used words like he spit it out as fast as he could and threw the apple on the ground. This can show that he is disgusted with what just occurred, and yeah. Okay, so following that, how'd you do? Yep. It looked like you understand the passages very nicely. You know how to identify specific words that help explain how the character is feeling in the passage. So I think you did a great job on that. And lastly, before we conclude this one-on-one lesson, I'm going to have you complete a 3-2-1 exit ticket. So a 3-2-1 exit ticket consists of 3 new things you've learned, 2 questions that you still have about the lesson, and 1 interesting thing about the lesson. This is just to provide me with a little feedback of your key takeaways from this lesson, or some other areas you need more clarification on, as well as providing me with feedback in how well I presented the lesson to you, whether I need to modify or extend it or use differentiation to help you better understand this lesson, and so forth. So now's your time to take that time to complete the 3-2-1 exit ticket.
what was the 2 then?
2 questions that you still have regarding identifying a character and how he or she is feeling in a story. Anything you need clarification on, anything you want me to elaborate further, whatever you feel is necessary.
What was the number 1?
1 interesting thing about the lesson. All right, we should start wrapping this up. All right, just to like put it into a little more perspective for you, what is one interest you have? Like, what's a hobby of yours?
Playing games.
Like video games?
Yeah.
Okay, so how would you feel if someone told you you could never play video games ever again?
I would be upset and angry at the person because it's one of my like individual time where I can just sit and relax and not have to worry about anything.
Right, so that feeling of anger, that is called an emotion. Say something is taken away from you, or say you win $1 million, for example, you're going to be feeling happy, sad. Like that feeling you get when something occurs to you is called an emotion.
Okay.
Okay, so is there anything you need me to clarify about this lesson before we wrap it up?
Not really. Just
Alright. All right, well, sounds good. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and thank you for participating actively today.
yeah, thank you.